welcome back to my channel. In this class, we will discuss about the repo rate and reserve repo rate. What do we mean by the repo rate and reserve repo rate, and why we will use these rates? If bank needs a loan, they will use a repo rate and the reserve repo rate. It is the tool which is used by the government to adjust the liquidity. Repo rate is the bank borrow the money from the RBI in case of the emergency and fulfillment of the RBI guidelines, that is CRR and SLR requirements. To maintain the CRR and SLR requirement, we will take the short-term loans or borrowings, that is taken at the rate of the repo rate. And when we will talk about the reserve repo rate, the RBI taken loan from the other banks against the interest payment. So, in the repo rate, bank will take the loan from the RBI, and the reverse repo rate, RBI will take the loan from the banks. The major concept which is used in this loan, that is forward contract. We will never use this type of contract in any other loan. This kind of contract will be used in case of the when banks involved to get the loan or to lend their amount to other banks. This kind of contract, that is forward contract. What do you mean by the forward contract? Forward contract means we will make a contract for a future date on a particular securities of a particular kind of contract to sell or purchase kind of contract at the particular date or the particular amount to hedge our securities or to reduce the risk of the contract or to reduce the risk of the amount deflation or the money deflation. So we will use the forward contract as a hedging of the security, which we will discuss in our derivative classes. So in case of the repo rate and the reserve repo rate, first the repo rate, the interest paid by the banks to the RBI. Bank provide the collateral securities, that is government securities, to the RBI, and the option they will use to repurchase options. Agreement between the banks and the RBI. RBI promises to repurchase the government securities after the repo period. The repo period may be overnight to 7 days. That is short-term repo rate, या short-term loans which banks will take from the RBI. So this amount or the repo period amount repurchase government securities and the amount will take from them. They will repurchase their securities from the RBI after the repo period. This is per day amount, per day interest rate. When we will talk about the reserve repo rate, interest paid by the RBI to other banks. RBI provide the collateral securities to the other banks, and the option, that is repurchase, reserve repurchase option. Agreement between the RBI and the banks. Other banks sell the securities to the RBI after the repo period, that is overnight to 7 days. That is short-term repo rate or the short-term period, where the other bank promises to sell the securities to the RBI. This is also 1% rate. The repo rate. We will consider some example. Repo rate in 2020, the current repo rate is 5.15%. Bank wants to get the loan from the RBI for the short-term purpose, and they lend their government securities to the RBI. After the repurchase period, or you can say after the repo period, they will repurchase the securities under the forward contract. Interest will charge on the per day basis. Example, in our example, 6.5% is a repo rate. So the interest will 10 crore into 6.5 on the per day basis. And when we talk about the reserve repo rate, so the RBI wants to get the loan from the other banks. They will provide the government securities and the interest will paid as per the reserve repurchase security option. In this case, bank are agreement with the RBI to sell the securities to the RBI after the reserve repo period. That is 10 crore into 6.25% into per day calculation, 17,123 rupees. We will discuss this whole concept through this easy chart. Repo rate and reserve repo rates helps to RBI to control the inflation and balance between the growth and the inflation. If the repo rate is increased or the reserve repo rate will increase, so the interest amount will increase automatically, and the loan amount will reduce, money supply will reduce, demand will reduce, price will reduce, inflation will reduce, and growth is also introduced. But when we talk about the 2020, repo rate is 5.15%, reserve repo rate is 4.9%, interest amount is reduced. Because of the interest amount will reduced, so banks, the people are easy to reach, the public is easy to reach to the banks to get the loan, and the loan amount is easily disbursed, money supply will increase, demand will increase, price will increase, inflation will increase, and growth will also increase in the particular form. So it is very easy to understand. And if we talk about the current situation after the COVID-19 news, RBI guidelines before 27th of March and after 27th of March, SLR rates is 18.25%, and the next is your homework. Please get it. CRR rate is 4%, and the 27th of March it is transfer to 3%. Repo rate is 5.15%, 4.4%. Reserve repo rate is 4.9%. Now it is 4%. Thank you so much. We will conclude this concept in Hindi in a very few seconds. What do you understand by the repo rate and reserve repo rate? So the repo rate वो होता है जिसके अंदर अदर बैंक्स आरबीआई से लोन लेती हैं अपनी किसी इमरजेंसी के लिए या फिर किसी शॉर्टफॉल को पूरा करने के लिए, सीआरआर और एसएलआर की मैंडेटरी रिक्वायरमेंट्स को पूरा करने के लिए रिजर्व रेपो रेट के अंदर आरबीआई लोन लेती है अदर बैंक्स से. इनके अंदर हम फॉरवर्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को यूज़ करते हैं, जिसके अंदर अगर हम रेपो रेट की बात करते हैं तो रीपर्चेज ऑप्शन को यूज़ किया जाता है, जिसमें अदर बैंक कहती है कि आप को इस रेपो पीरियड के बाद मैं आपसे अपनी सिक्योरिटीज़ वापस ले लूँगी. जबकि रिजर्व रेपो रेट के अंदर हम कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करते हैं कि गवर्नमेंट जो है वो बैंक अपनी जो भी सिक्योरिटी उसने कोलेट्रल पे ली थी उनको वो सेल कर देगी आरबीआई को उस पर्टिकुलर टाइम पीरियड के बाद. हमने एग्जाम्पल ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर रखा है, पर अगर हम इसके छोटे से चार्ट पे चलते हैं तो वो ये कहता है कि अगर आपका रेपो रेट या रिजर्व रेपो रेट बड़ा होगा तो जब बैंक्स अगर हायर रेट पे एक दूसरे से लोन लेंगी तो ऑब्वियसली वो आपको भी हायर रेट पे लोन देंगी, और जब वो आपको हायर रेट पे लोन देंगी तो वो आपसे आप कम से कम लोन लोगे, मनी का सप्लाई कम होगा, इन्फ्लेशन कंट्रोल होगा, ग्रोथ भी कम होगी, डिमांड भी कम होगी, प्राइस भी कम होगा. बट वहीं पे जब रेपो रेट कम हो जाता है, रिजर्व रेपो रेट कम हो जाता है तो इंटरेस्ट हम क्या करते हैं, कम लेते हैं, तो लोग ज़्यादा हम तक पहुंचते हैं, मनी बढ़ती है, डिमांड बढ़ती है, सप्लाई बढ़ती है, प्राइस बढ़ता है. अगर हम कोविड-19 के बारे में सभी जानते हैं जो कि आज की डेट में सबसे ज़्यादा पॉपुलर न्यूज़ बनी हुई है आरबीआई गाइडलाइंस के अकॉर्डिंग बिफोर 27th ऑफ मार्च और आफ्टर 27th ऑफ मार्च के कुछ डेटाज हमारे पास है. एसएलआर रेट 18.25%. नेक्स्ट आपको देखना पड़ेगा सीआरआर रेट 4% जो कि अभी 3% है, रेपो रेट आपका 5.15% जो कि अभी 4.4% है, और रिजर्व रेपो रेट आपका 4.9% से 4% हो चुका है. थैंक यू. कोई भी डाउट हो प्लीज़ कमेंट. थैंक यू.